Joining me now is a Canadian light heavyweight fighter based out of Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, which is right next to where I am. Donald Wonch joins me here on the program for the very first time. Donald, how are you?
I'm awesome, thank you.
Hey, well, glad you could join me here, especially on a Sunday, a Super Bowl Sunday, I got to mention. And for those who don't know your backstory, Donald, how did you get involved in MMA?
I ran to a guy named Gordy Gong, and he got me off the streets from fighting, and basically it went from there. Right, started training, started fighting, fell in love with it.
Good stuff. Were you like a fan of watching the UFC before you started training, or was that something that came after?
That kind of came after, but I was always a fan of fighting, right? So it just he decided to bring me off the street and teach me how to do it properly, and then how to respect people, and save my life in a way.
Well, that's great to hear. It must be a good outlet for you. You mentioned getting into street fights and things like that. It must have been a good way to channel your anger and kind of use it in a positive light, like MMA has done for so many other fighters.
Yes, yes, indeed.
You're 34 years old and you made your pro debut last year. What made you decide to want to make a run at this professionally?
Well, I was trying to make a run at it for a while, and I had some people help me try and get a fight. A lot of fights fell through, and then I finally got one. And then apparently that one was in London against Sean Van Every, and I stopped him in 50 seconds. And then my second pro fight was in St. John's against Jeff Lundenberg, and I stopped him in 27 seconds.
We know how difficult it is to get fights in Canada. I imagine it must be even tougher as a 205er.
Well, you know what? It is kind of was tough to get fights in the beginning. It took me like 3 years before I could actually turn pro
Right.
and get going. But now people are actually getting to know me a lot more, so I'm getting on a lot of different cards. I'm getting the chances to fight for them. I've been asked by a few pretty good promotions. So
For those who don't know, where are you training these days and who are some of your main sparring partners that help you in your training camps?
You know what? I don't have any real main sparring partners. I just basically whoever's around, I will spar with them and move with them. And I don't do a whole lot of sparring. But I train at HMT Hamilton Muay Thai. I train at Cage Dragon in Brantford. I train at Joslin's up in Hamilton. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, well, that's good. Now, along with fighting, what else do you do for a living?
Frame houses, like construction work, right? And I'm a full-time father. Everything's based around my children and my wife. So.
Okay, good stuff. How do you find balancing the two? I know for some fighters, they don't have a problem with it. Other fighters, it's a lot of time management, right?
You know what? I don't get a lot of time with my family as much as I'd like, and I think it makes it hard on the wife. But she's willing to watch me live my dream, right? I'm trying to get better sponsorships so that I can train full time because you know what? I feel that I'm the best, and I feel that I'm strong, but I could be always that much better. You know what I mean? Like you could push yourself so much more if you had the time.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about your last fight. There's a lot of controversy surrounding it. I want you to come on here and set the record straight as far as what happened. You fought on January 30th at Elite One MMA against Bruno Lurette. What exactly happened there as far as the fact that you ended up losing that one?
Well, the prior to that, I didn't even lose that one really. Technically, what I was planning to do was carry the guy for 3 rounds, and I told everybody this that I was going to stop him in the third, right, with a TKO. But in the second round, after I did a single push him to the cage, I put both knees on the ground where I reached in to pull his leg in, and he shuffled back and threw a knee, caught me underneath my right eye. So when he caught me underneath the right eye, I heard a judge yell like a legal knee, right? So then I reached over, put my hand in the air, and tried to signal the ref. So when I signaled the ref, he didn't call it. So the other person got the mount. He started throwing some punches. I put my right arm over my face, and I put my left arm up, and then I sat on the ground and pointed at him, slammed on the ground, pointed at him. And they said it was a tap. So I'm like tapped out by submission. They didn't tell me what kind of submission. Then later on, they're saying due to strikes, and I'm like, come on, man. I've had almost 100 kickboxing fights, and I've never been knocked out. So like, I don't understand. You guys are just. But anyway, I choked it up and said, you know what, I got to be a good sport. People came to see this, so shake his hand, smile for the camera, smile for all the people. Then I brought it up to the commission, said, hey, what's going on? The commission said, hey, let's not do this here, which to me was weird, but I was like, okay, no problem. So then we writ the commission, and I've been talking to the commission. They seem pretty polite, but I hope that they just overturn this decision. That was not a good one because I was winning the fight. I wasn't tired. I feel fine. He was split open badly, which case I thought they might have stopped the fight, but they didn't. But that's cool too because I like hitting that guy for some reason.
Right. Now, a couple things you mentioned there. As far as the process of getting, either a fight overturned or them at the very least investigating it, what's the process there? You mentioned, after the fight you couldn't talk to them. So have you just been in contact with them like over the phone this week, or how has that worked?
I've been over contact over the phone and emails. I've like sent them an email. I have the video. Like it's a clear illegal knee. Both knees are on the ground. He threw a knee, hit me in the face, split my eye open. Um, to me, I feel like a little bit disrespected by the commission. They're saying that the ref made a bad call, he didn't see it or whatever, but the ref was standing right there, right? And I don't want to say anything bad about the ref because I actually like the guy. He seems like a decent individual, you know. And the commission, they're saying they have to go to Las Vegas or send it out to Las Vegas to deal with. I'm like, listen, you guys are the commission. Like, I've sent the same video to a couple other people that are in the commissions, and they're like, no, it's kind of cut and dry, right? But they're saying it's not cut and dry. They don't know if what they're gonna do about it. But like I said, I can't. I'm not the commission. I can't say what they're gonna do. But I feel that if they're gonna do fighters like that from Ontario, maybe I won't go down there again. Even though I love New Brunswick, I love all the fans, all the people. Elite One treats me especially good, you know. But I don't want to go and be, injured because of some guy doing something crazy. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Yeah. Has there been any talk of a rematch at all, or is that even something on your radar at this point?
I asked him for 205. Then the guy doesn't want to do 205. So I asked 185, and now I'm waiting for the confirmation, right? But who knows?
Yeah. No.
I,
No. Not holding your breath, so to speak. Now, if I'm hearing you correctly, you like competing at both 185 and 205, or would you just prefer to fight at light heavyweight?
well, you know what? To me, I'll fight anybody. Like, I just like to fight, right? I want to get out there and exchange it and do whatever I got to do. But if I train for it, I'll fight any way I can.
Good stuff. When would you like to get back in the cage?
I'd like to get back in tomorrow.
Absolutely.
That fight, I wasn't even hurt. All I had was a little scratch under the eye. There was some blood on me from my eye. There was blood on me from his eye.
Right.
It led up to a really good picture, and I'm kind of like happy I got that picture. You
Yeah.
know, and I feel
Definitely.
good. I feel strong. I'm ready to go again.
Is there anything on your radar at this point as far as a next fight, or anyone you have in mind as far as who you want to fight next?
To me, it really doesn't matter who I fight. I just want to go out there, put on the best show I can, and make all the fans be like, you know what? Hey, that Don Wonch, he's down here to fight. Let's bring him down. Come on, we love that guy.
Well, there's been rumblings about a Global Warriors card coming up here again, potentially either in the summer, I'm hearing, or something along those lines. Would that be kind of the dream scenario for you to be able to fight in front of your home crowd?
Absolutely. Man, everybody wants to fight in front of their home crowd. I don't. To me, it doesn't really matter where I fight because anywhere I go, I feel like it's my home crowd. In the beginning, some people might want to boo you, but at the end, they're like, "Oh my God, I got to respect that guy because I come with all the respect I can." I go out there and sign autographs, take pictures with people.
Yeah, and people obviously like your fighting style. And we talked a bit about your age there. You're 34. If some critics are looking at this, they're saying, "Hey, what's this guy getting in the sport so late in the game?" But do you feel like it's an advantage with the fact that you're a light heavyweight and a middleweight? Those are two divisions just in general that they always need more prospects. You feel like the timing's good.
You know what? I feel like the time is good. I put like 14 years into training, so like getting out here and fighting anyone, I feel good. I feel amazing. Like I feel like this is just the beginning of my time.
Good stuff. Awesome. My last question for you here. What do you like getting up to in your downtime? I know you don't get much of it. You're a family man, you work, all that stuff. But what do you like to do to kind of relax and break up the monotony of training and competing?
Oh, that's easy. I like to sit down and eat chips with the kids and watch a movie, cuddle with the old lady. Basically, what everybody else does, right?
Yeah.
But I'm really highly addicted to eating food. So sometimes I go up to like 240, right?
Right.
Chubby.
Okay. Chips, though. What's your favorite brand of chips? What do you have like a favorite?
Yeah, all of them.
Fair
I'm
enough.
a popcorn guy too. And another good thing I like to do is go fishing, right? I like to take the kids
Nice.
fishing or go myself fishing.
Good stuff. Well, Donald, really appreciate you joining us here on the program. Just remind my audience where they can find you on social media. I see you're on Twitter now, so that's great. Give any thank yous or shout outs. The floor is yours.
Absolutely. Thank you. I'd like to give a shout out to Bees Smoothies. They're a sponsor of mine. I want to give a shout out to Double D Construction. They're a big, sponsor of mine as well. And, don't forget to shop at Fight Planet, to give me some good gear and stuff like that. And, Yeah, I just want to say thank you for your time too, and thanks to all the fans who love MMA. You know, I'm going to come out again and I'm going to put another good show on. If anytime soon, it's going to be April 23rd. I'm pretty sure I'm on the card, but we'll see. Thanks a lot,